everyone, my group will be presenting about human resource management challenges and practices in AIM chemicals. For our project, each member played an important role to ensure the success of this assignment. Our team leader was responsible for overseeing the project's progress, assigning tasks, ensuring that deadlines were met, and reviewing the final slides and video presentation before submission. In addition, the team leader and member 4 were in charge of conducting interview with the managing director of AIM Chemical. They coordinated the session and gathered key insights from the discussion. Meanwhile, the other team members were responsible for contacting different companies through email to look for HR managers who are willing to be interviewed. This process helped us identify AIM Chemical as our final choice for this project. AIM Chemical was founded in 1996 and operates in the chemical manufacturing and distribution industry. It is a small-sized company with 11 employees, including the managing director. Around 70 to 80% of the workforce are foreign employees. As a small enterprise, AIM Chemical does not have a dedicated HR department. Instead, all HR-related duties such as recruitment, payroll, and employee management are handled directly by the managing director. This setup reflects the company's lean management structure and close-knit working environment. Now, moving on to our team aims. First, our team aims to analyze AIM Chemical's current HR practices and challenges identified through the interview. Second, we aim to apply relevant human resource management theories to critically evaluate these organizational issues. And finally, we aim to recommend effective HR solutions that can help AIM Chemical to achieve sustainable and improvement and employee satisfaction.
So, at AIM Chemical, there are several key HR challenges identified from the interview. Firstly, the company faced serious recruitment shortage, especially in hiring qualified drivers with GDL license. Secondly, there is low employee commitment and high turnover, as many workers prefer part-time jobs or leave easily due to the highest minimum wage. Thirdly, a skill gap exists among fresh graduates. They often have paper qualification but lack of practical skill needed for the job. Lastly, the company has no dedicated HR department, which limits consistent training, employer development, and long-term planning. When we analyze these challenges critically, we can see that they are not isolated problems. They are interconnected and form a continuous circle. The recruitment shortage causes operation delay because there are not enough qualified drivers and skilled workers to meet daily demand. This increases the workload on existing employees, which leads to stress, fatigue, and low morale. As a result, employees become less committed and some eventually leave, causing a high turnover rate. Frequent turnover forces the company to spend extra time and resources on rehiring and retraining, which is difficult since there is no dedicated HR department. At the same time, the skill gap among fresh graduates make training even more challenging. New hires often lack of hands-on experience, so the company has to provide on-the-job training with limited capacity. All of these factors loop back and reinforce one another, creating a vicious cycle of HR inefficiency that ultimately affect productivity and long-term company growth.
Hi, I am Xiao Yiheng. Now, let's discuss the implications of stakeholders. First, for the employees, the high turnover rate and the lack of career development opportunities can lead to low morale when employees don't see growth prospects. They are committed to the company weakness, resulting in decreased productivity and engagements. Next, customers are directly impacted by this challenge. Service descriptions, particularly from recruitment delays, can affect the company's ability to deliver consistent and reliable service. This inconsistency in service quality can lead to customer dissatisfactions and damage the company reputations. 4. Management. The recruitment and retention issue increase the workload with limited HR resources. The management team face a consistent balance act between operation tasks and strategic decision-making. This is not only affect their effectiveness but also stunt the company growth potentials. Finally, for investors, this challenge can result in high operation costs, recruitment and training are expensive. And if this issue continues, the company profitability may suffer. Investors may begin to lose confidence in the company's ability to sustain long-term growth. If those challenges are not addressed, the effect will rip across all stakeholders, ultimately impacting the company's success.
Hi, my name is Yo-Yo. So to address AIM Chemical's HR challenges, our team proposes a set of practical recommendations divided into short-term, medium-term, and long-term actions. In the short term, AIM Chemical should focus on improving its recruitment process. The company can collaborate with job platforms, local recruitment agencies, and driving schools to reach more candidates with GDL licenses. Introducing employee referral incentives can also help attract reliable workers faster through trusted networks. In the medium term, the company can invest in structural onboarding and basic training programs to reduce the skills gap among new employees. These programs will ensure that even inexperienced workers can adapt to companies' operations more quickly. In addition, conducting regular feedback sessions or monthly gatherings will help management understand employee needs and improve engagement. Lastly, in the long term, AIM Chemical could consider assigning a part-time HR executive or developing a small internal HR system to manage recruitment, payroll, and staff performance more efficiently. Over time, creating clear career development paths and recognition programs such as performance bonuses or Employee of the Month awards can strengthen employee motivation and reduce turnover. Overall, these recommendations are designed to help AIM Chemical build a more committed, skilled, and satisfied workforce that supports sustainable business growth.
We've identified that while AIM Chemical is operationally successful, its growth is being held back by the HR issue, the recruitment retention cycle. As the managing director shared, it takes a month to fill important skilled roles, and commitment from new hires is low. The core problem is that we're trying to buy commitment externally when we need to start building it internally. Our core policy recommendation is a strategic HR shift, the Grow Your Own Talent program. This program addresses two major HRM theories, social exchange theory and motivation hygiene theory. When you invest in an employee, they feel obligated to reciprocate with loyalty and commitment. We propose 3 actions. Launch an internal apprentice program. This taps directly into training and development. Focus on your high potential foreign workers and entry-level staff who already demonstrate dedication. Offer them structured training in hard and soft skills like communication and problem solving. This includes subsidizing and supporting GDL licensing. By covering this gap, you turn existing committed staff into highly skilled drivers you desperately need. Second, institute formal career pathing. This is linked to performance management. As the MD noted, past employees were willing to start small and work their way up. We need to formalize that journey. Clearly map the career trajectory. For example, you come from a cleaner to an assistant, or you come to a skilled technician. You need to show them that there is some path for them and they're not stuck in their current jobs. Third, update your employee value proposition. Finally, use this commitment to development as a powerful employer branding tool. Position AIM Chemical as a place to grow, and you can use the message, "We invest in you," which will attract applicants who are looking more for commitment rather than just looking to be paid. You'll fundamentally reduce your dependence on expensive, high-risk external recruitment. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.